I just sourced a Target video game sale. I haven't really done video games on the channel, so I went through how I would find great video games to sell on Amazon. I did a lot of seeing price matching. So Amazon was price matching Target on a lot of them, and I kind of went over when you should go and buy them and hold them to compete against Amazon, whether that price will go up or not. We use SellerAmp to source it manually, one of the best places to do manual sourcing. So check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope you're having a great Q4. All right, I literally just opened Target and I just something popped in my mind. I was just scrolling around and I did see that they have up to 55% off video games. I haven't really talked about video games on the channel. I've kind of dabbled in them, not huge on them, but have gotten into them probably about the last year or so. So we're going to kind of dive in to see what we can find. 55% off is absolutely insane for video games. And one of the reasons why I like video games is they're light, they're easy, and they tend to hold their value. Well, you'll definitely see some price tanking for these deals, but as the year goes on, it should come up. So these are more buy and hold things. We're going to be using SellerAmp today to source, one of the easiest ones to source. And as a reminder, if you want this quick start guide, this has everything you need, how I set up my spreadsheet, how you track everything, probably about 4 or 5 hours of me live sourcing just like this. So if you want a free copy of that, you don't even need an email. There'll be a link in the bio. So with all that being said, let's start shopping Target. So this is like one of the biggest benefits too. I don't know if I got an email from Target. I'd have to go back and check. But sometimes going to the site directly is one of your best options because sometimes they don't email out the sale until later. Or they just don't email it out and just reward people who are coming to the site. So we got Nintendo Switch, we got Xbox, we got PlayStation. I am ungated in all of these. So that is good. Right off the bat, I see $69.99 down to $29.99. So we're going to open this one up. The Maddens and kind of like EA Sports stuff for 2025. That's going to be great stuff just in general. So another good thing that you could do here, pickup is not available, but you could definitely pick these up, merchant fulfill them. Target's usually good. This is saying it will arrive in 4 days. So let's just see if this is even profitable. So if you're new, we're just going to right click. We're going to pull up SellerAmp. SellerAmp is going to kind of go, it might not pull up to PS5 because of Target's page. It did though. That is awesome. So it's saying $29.99. Amazon is on the listing. So Amazon is obviously price matching them. This could be an opportunity to see. Let's just see if Amazon raises their price. Normally, we can see here they have this strike through right here. So it was $69.99 at one point. They've had it pretty much 162 days all year at that $69.99 price point ever since November. They've kind of had it down. You can kind of, let's get rid of this used. You can see some people with the buy box have jumped all the way up here. Those are definitely probably third-party sellers. We could take a look and see. Looking at this, we can see Amazon has only won the buy box 72% of the time in the last 90 days. So that means there's about, let's just call it for even number or easy numbers, about 30% is going to either suppression, so 15, or the other 15% people are winning the buy box. We can scroll down here. Can't make the screen bigger, but you can see here this is the average price that people are getting. So this Game Express, and you can kind of scroll over, won it 7 times. The last time they won it was 6 days ago, and they got 59.07. So that's why it's really important to drill down into the buy box statistics. You could also do this in Keepa. This is definitely an interesting one. So with stuff like this, usually I'd be like, hey, like put this on a list, check back, see, does it tank? What's going on with this? You can see here the seller account is absolutely insane right now, which is not a good sign. This is kind of stuff that we want to avoid. But for something like this, a video game, this is, like I said, very speculative. The seller count did go up, but another thing we could look at too is stock. So how much stock everyone has, and SellerAmp also shows us that. So you see a lot of people 1, 3, 6, 1, 10, 2, 10, 7, 28. This sells 30,000 times a month estimated sale. BSA 12. 12 is a ridiculous BSR. Something like this, I might buy 10 of these just to play around with it to see if we could get it. Target is definitely probably going to limit how many they will ship. Oh, that's interesting. So 10 would be what we were thinking. So for me, I'm definitely not listing this at. This is again speculative. So let's just say this is $29.99. Let's see. We need to at least get $42 for that. Let's see this new price. Zoom in a little bit on Keepa. Not really. $41.99. People are getting higher. It looks like someone really got $69.99. Probably not going to happen. Something like this is just kind of too risky. Seller count is way up. This is though something you could definitely put on a list to kind of be like, okay, I would actually rate this down. Target on December 20th, they did 55% off video games. And this way you know for next year, you could kind of go ahead. I already opened this one up. Let's see the Madden. I know Madden is super popular. So it's super easy just to right click. You don't have to open another window or anything like that. We have 27 plus FBM people, 3 FBA people plus. That's why I really like opening up SellerAmp just right here so I could easily see what's going on. A lot of the times I could just look at the numbers and don't even click on Amazon because it's just not worth it. I know it's not going to be profitable. So this is $34.99. And if you're using discounted gift cards, you could definitely probably knock off another, let's call it 5 to 7% off of your buy cost. Like this kind of off the bat at $34.99 is that's what we're going to pay. We're already 48 cents profitable. That is not what we're looking for, but this is what they are giving the buy box to. This is a merchant fulfilled seller. So this tells me that let's check out FBA prices. And FBA prices are $51.98, 14% ROI. Then we have a $54.50 at 20, and we have these other people pricing higher. This is definitely something I want to look into. Again, 3K are estimated to be sold a month on this listing. Okay, so that is a good sign. I actually misspoke now that I'm looking at this. Let me go back 1 second because I don't want to get this confused for anyone. So what I forgot to mention here is when we pull this up here, this listing is just for PlayStation 5 right here. So this is the standard edition PlayStation 5. This one right here, when we open this up, so this $30,000 sales estimate that we talked about, this is for all the different versions. So this is for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch. So that is just something to be aware of. This still sells a ridiculous amount. If you really want to click and see which one sells the most, you could do just click on the variations right there, and then you could kind of scroll over here, and then you could do ratings right here. So this is going to tell you, so this is how many reviews this has. So this is going to tell you which one sells the most. And it is the PlayStation 5 one. So 50% of the sales is going to the PlayStation 5. So you could do your homework and that be like 15,000 sales a month. Just wanted to clear that up as I was looking at this. So just wanted to clear that up for you. This has only been on here 110 days. Now that I'm looking at this, not really sure what this is. So there could be a different listing here, which is interesting. Let's just say PlayStation 5 Madden 2025. So sometimes for stuff like this, you just want to look it up manual to see what it is. So now this changes stuff. I kind of think that was a rogue listing. Let's see. That's kind of, yeah, see, that's kind of what triggered it in my head. So, as embarrassing as that kind of was to be like, oh, it sells 30,000 times a month. When I was looking at this listing, I'm like, huh, that's weird. It doesn't have all the other systems listed. So, just kind of in my head, I was like, wait a second, something's off here. So, that's definitely something to note. Obviously, we have a huge seller increase coming up in here. So not the best, not what we're really looking for. A lot of people on here, but again, this could be a good long-term hold. I remember 2 years ago, I bought, I don't know, I guess Madden 23. I bought probably 20 or 30. That was probably my first year doing online arbitrage. And I was so nervous. Amazon was at $32.99. I had them to merchant fulfill. I sold all of them for like 60. Just because Amazon could not stay in stock. Now, I'm not saying that is going to happen this time around for you. You can see here, these people, they took away the buy box. They're getting 48. Is that correct? 48.75. 48.75. What are they charging us for this? $34.99. Yeah, that's too tight. 34.99. So 23 cents profit. I also have $1 in here for prep. Another thing you could look at for these is you could change the fulfillment method here to FBM. So if you decide to merchant fulfill this, you'd be making $4.65 profit. You would have to factor in shipping though. To ship something like this, it's probably going to cost you $4-ish. You could probably send it first class mail. Just really depends, and you can just put in a bubble mailer or poly mailer. I always like to put stuff in bubble mailers just because, especially like games like this. So that is something to look at. Maybe merchant fulfill. See what's going on with the buy box as well. So we scroll down here. We see some much higher buy box prices. 2 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Again, these are just estimates. But it looks like 4 weeks ago someone was getting 55, 63, 68. This is something that if you had extra cash around, let's just say if this was 47, 68, 217 days. That's like the frustrating thing about this. They've been $69.99 all the way up to October, and then once November came, and then they upped the price, which is super interesting. Stuff like this, I'm not gonna do it, but you could probably go back to like a Madden, NFL 24, and see what happened after December. Did Amazon bring the price back up? What did they do with that? Actually, let's just do it. Placing aside Madden 2024. Alright. So let's see. This one's probably not sold anymore, so we might see some different pricing here. So let's see. So we're going to drill down. This is what we want to see. Alright, so it looks like Amazon. Actually, let's go out a little bit more. So in January, in November, this comes out. They have it for 69, 69. January comes along. They lower it. And then they did bring it back up to 46 around March. They did keep it pretty much in January and February at that lower price right here. February jumps back up to 46. So they did kind of bring it up. They didn't bring it back up to 69. But now you see the third-party market. They probably don't sell this anymore. But it's only going for 29. Everyone's probably buying the 25th. So that's what you could always do. You could always look at a previous listing to kind of see, was there a pop? Was there not a pop? Just stuff like that. So let's keep going here. Super Mario, Nintendo Switch. You could right click here and just bring that up like that. You could also, which is cool, if this doesn't come up right away, You could also just open this page just like that, which is why I really like using SellerAmp as well. Good. Don't mind the pop-ups. You could highlight that just like that, right click, and then pull it up, and that will pull up the exact term. It actually pulled up the same exact thing. So you also want to make sure when you're sourcing video games, you're always doing the physical copy and not the digital copy. You can see here right off the bat, this is kind of a made up listing. You're seeing, you could just tell by, it says JSU console. This is the correct one. Usually the correct one, Amazon will be on it, or at least be on it at one time or another. This one they're not. Let's see. Looks like they've never been on this one, which is interesting. This is the European version. So you got to be careful when you're kind of looking at this stuff as well for video games. You're definitely going to see European versions on Amazon. So we're going to do Super Mario Odyssey, Nintendo Switch, and see. Some people will try to sell on this listing the American version. I'm not a super expert in European versus US or all that kind of stuff. But again, guys, we're trying to keep our accounts safe. We're not trying to do anything like that. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so this is one where Amazon was on. So this is definitely most likely the correct listing. Just because Amazon was once on it. That is always kind of my benchmark. If Amazon was on it, that is kind of the original listing. All the other listings can be created by someone else, and those listings are very prime to get taken down. Lots of interesting stuff going on here. What is our price on this? $39.99. Can we make this work? We're going to pretend that we're getting 7% off as well, because you could definitely get a gift card for 7% off. So I'm going to do times 0.93, because we're only going to pay 93% of the cost. So our cost is $37.19. So at $46, this is not profitable. So a lot of people are potentially taking losses on this. 48, 51... 54. Not a ton of upside on this one. I'm sorry, is this merchant? No, FBA is still selected. Let's see what that looks like. 54.99. We're looking at 9% ROI. So this one is not great either. So that is kind of annoying. It kind of looked like it might have been good, but obviously that was the European version, or whatever this is. So at that 52 one, you'll see one FBA. That's just kind of stuff we want to try to avoid. So let's keep going here. 39, don't really like that. EA Sports, let's see, Xbox. So that's another really good thing too to note about video games. So we were just looking at a bunch of PlayStation 5 ones, but let's just say Madden 2025 is profitable on PlayStation. There's a good chance it may be profitable on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, all these other different platforms. So just keep that in mind when you're looking this stuff up. That is a great way. This is similar to almost clothing. If this sweatshirt is on Amazon and the extra large is profitable, well, the large, the medium, the small, the double XL, different colors, they might be profitable. And that really cuts down on sourcing. This has only been on here 110 days. I'm guessing, yeah, we see the France right here. So just be careful when you are doing that. We're just going to grab this. We're just going to put PS5. And that's where a lot of people, this is kind of why I'm making this video. A lot of people do get caught up in video games on these listings that are wrong. And then you get a bunch of returns because it's wrong, or you get a counterfeit or something else, and it's because you listed it on the wrong listing. So you can see right here, Amazon is on this one. So this is going to be the correct listing. Now that I think about it, this is just more almost a tutorial of like how to find maybe the correct listing for video games, especially when you have great deals. But the cool part about video games is you could put all these on a list using SellerAmp. So a lot of the times like this, I could easily just put this on my, where is that? I have a watch sheet. So I would just put this on ATT good for sales. So that means when this item is on sale, it could potentially be profitable. So this is usually stuff that's close or things that are on sale like this for 50% off. And in the note for this, I'd be like target 50% off. If they ever run sale again, look. Something like that. And this is going to save the note. And then that note is going to appear in the spreadsheet. And then for that, we're going to drop. Is this the one? We were supposed to be looking at Xbox, so that's my bad. NFL, Xbox. It's been a long Q4. Really feeling that. So I just dropped that in there just like that. We'd add that, and then we're going to hit good for sales, and that's going to go into a spreadsheet that I could check. So whenever Target runs a video game sale or has select video game titles on sale, I could just go into that sheet and look at all the video games to see if it is a good fit or not. This is deluxe edition. We don't have the deluxe edition. This might be it. But all that being said, video games can be really lucrative if you could put in the time to kind of find them and source them. It's like anything else. Once you kind of get the hang of it, it gets a little easier. But this video is really just to kind of be, one, go to the actual site daily. So like if you like shopping at Target, go on Target every day, see what's on that deal page. This, I literally just happened to go to buy something personally for the holidays for someone, and I saw the video games were on sale, so I was like, let me make a YouTube video about this. It's kind of a good lesson. Like, go to the site, see if the stuff is on sale, if it makes sense. For something like this, I'm gonna go like this. So I want to try to avoid getting the like the international version. So grabbing this whole thing could definitely help in that effort. Something like this, we can see right here, Amazon is definitely is actually cheaper than Target at this case. And then when you hover here, you see people are FBA are $44.95. FBM is $34. So this is super helpful. For something like this, I'm probably not clicking into it. And that's why I love SellerAmp, because for this, I could see at a glance, be like, all right, Amazon's on it. And the lowest FBA is $44.95. So if I didn't even want to go to the site, I could just pull up this calculator right here and just be like at 44.95. If that is the low FBA, I need to pay 30. Actually, I'm just gonna put this in. It does pop up somewhere, but I'd be losing $3 on this. Now you could go through all of these and see, are people getting higher prices? So this kind of just avoids having to go to Amazon directly. You come down here and kind of see what's going on. When did they get this? 4 weeks ago, 1 day ago. So it's been suppressed 9% of the time since yesterday. People are definitely getting higher prices 2 weeks ago on stuff like that. I'm guessing this stuff was on sale for Black Friday as well. It definitely was. So this one is a no-go. This one, FIFA is usually pretty good for stuff like that. We got 43. Need to get this for 2406. This one is going to be close. So we got a couple listings here. Standard edition. See, that's the you said. This actually might be the one. Maybe we could get a winner here. EA Sports 25. It has all the things. So Amazon definitely went out of stock on this one. Seller count is creeping up, so that is not ideal. I don't know what. Oh, that's why we're seeing price erosion, because seller count is going up. 40.99. This is $29.99. This might be a buy. $29.99, 45. I'm gonna put actually 28 because if I was doing this, I would fulfill it myself. I'm figuring in $1 for prep and money to send to Amazon. It's probably actually gonna be a little cheaper than that. Let's see. So this is pulling in 45. It's 48. This is one of those that I'd be on the fence about, just because I do think once this goes down a little bit, prices will kind of go back up. 44, 45. Yeah, $3. This one's not great either. Again, something to like play around with maybe. The fact that Amazon is out of stock on this is just super interesting to me. They did suppress the buy box, which is super interesting to me. It looks like Amazon has been coming in and out of stock. But this tells me this is one, to be honest, I'd probably test buy. I'd probably buy at least 10 to 20 of these, just knowing that at the bare minimum, I'm probably going to get $3.16 per. That is not the goal of this. The goal, I would list this much higher. I would probably list this. Let's see if anyone has it much higher. Probably lists this at like $49.99 or $50. Which will give me about a $7.40 profit. Only 25% ROI. But on something like this, again, low returns on video games for sure. There are sometimes issues where people send it back and then, it's not always wrapped. But I don't know. For something like this, it's super light. You have the opportunity to merchant fulfill it as well. So for something like this, I would definitely list this merchant fulfilled. Let's see what that actually looks like. So at FBM on this, we're looking at $11.70. Again, you're probably looking at $4 to ship that. So you're probably looking at, let's say, like about $8 shipped. Which isn't bad at all. So this is one I would list at $49.99. Hope that I could get that price. I almost bet people are getting that price, but we're not able to see that because they have suppressed the buy box. We can see that here with Keepa as well, which is super annoying. We can kind of drill down in here and see. Let's see. 46, 47, 48, 49. So it would definitely not be like a grand slam by any means, but it could be a potential. This is one of those Q4 things that you might get more, but even though Q4 is coming to an end, who knows? So this one kind of on the brink because worst case scenario, you're probably going to make about $3 on this. This is just kind of how I think through. It sounds like I'm all over the place, but people always ask me, like, how do you think through this? Sourcing, what do you consider? So I'm just trying to do more talking out loud to try to help you guys go through. And some days are different than others. Some days I'll be like, yeah, I'm definitely going to buy this. I see the demand there. That would be a great one to, if the store had it, to go get it at the store, get it listed, merchant fulfilled, see what happens, see how it goes. $39.99. Let's see. PS5. I wonder if this is the real one. Again, a lot of these are super, super low ranked. People love to play video games as well. Let's see. PS5 standard. Yeah, Amazon was on this at one time. Interesting that they kept the price high on this one. 69. That is a great sign that they did keep the price high. Let's see, when is this? November 20th. They have dropped it. I don't know why this keeps popping up. But we'll see here, people are getting $54.79. That is the new price. And again, this is just what we're seeing on the Keepa chart. people could definitely get higher prices than are on the Keepa chart for sure. So we're looking at 39.99. This is being captured at 54. So you'll see here, like, the yeah, 54. This person's at 59.90. Let's kind of see. So you'll see Amazon's really suppressing this buy box when they are not in stock. The last 90 days, the last 30 days, it's been suppressed. Amazon has had it. It's either been suppressed or they've been in at 40%. So you'll see here, this person looks like they got 63.68, which is pretty nuts. This person got 39.96. They probably just liquidated out because they didn't want to hold anymore. 4 weeks ago. Yeah, this one is another one that it just depends on your risk tolerance. 59.99, only 12% ROI. Not great. Super annoying. So that is just kind of some things to think about. We'll do a couple more and then we'll call it. But I really just want to kind of jump on here and show you that going to the actual site daily could definitely pay huge dividends because you just never know. This is an interesting one, 24. You just never know what will pop up. Like, I don't remember getting an email saying, hey, we have video games 50% off. So just keep that in mind when you're sourcing. It's a manual process. Again, we'll see here $34.99, $34.97. I'm just going to assume that we're going to see something similar that we've seen on the other ones. Amazon is lowering their price to match Target. All right, this one is $19.99. We're looking at 31. Kind of like that. Max cost right here is $17.16. So we're really close, especially if we're going to use a discounted gift card. Let's pull this up. Alright, so let's do 19.99 times 0.93 for our gift card. Now we're looking close to 20%, actually less, because I'd be doing this myself. So we're at 26% here. Very interesting. Looks like it was at 54.60. Amazon was never on this. Kind of seller count is going way up, which is not good. Let's see, 33, 35. Let's just say you could get at least 33 for this. So you're looking at about 6.88 on that. Worst case scenario on this, probably looking at, so the 25.90 is your break even. Haven't seen that on here. 28 is the lowest we've seen. Again, this is not like your normal flip. This would be more of like, so the 24 is probably going to sell out and will no longer be available. So eventually this is going to be the only place you could get it. So you kind of want to keep that in mind as well. You also might want to do a Google search on, you know, what else can we find, or do any other stores have the 24? So we could just do that like this, and then we could kind of look and see what other stores might have it. So you'd want to look at kind of the top stores, Walmart, probably Best Buy, I don't know, anyone else sells video games. So this one, we will end it on this one because this is probably the best one we've found so far. So if you guys enjoy this, let me know what you think in the comments. I know this is the first time we talk video games. I hope you found this helpful. And if you don't have SellerAmp yet, definitely get the free guide, sign up for a trial, and start the year off right, finding lots of profitable products to sell on Amazon. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.